Johnny D leading off, vision so clear. Dark Lord, Jack Daddy, knowledge supreme. Bobby A1 needs mountain dream lord. Scuba camera haunting our show. Together we reveal the feel we bestow. Jump scares and monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark. Thrills and chills, we embrace them all.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, as y'all know, I can't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror brethren. I am echoing. Why do I hear an echo?
Hold on. That's me. That's me. Hold on.
I'm like, I hear myself.
Is that better?
Okay. Let's see. Testing.
Yeah,
Yep,
I don't hear it.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're a little light tonight. We don't have our Dark Lord with us. He's up to something. That's all that matters. Couldn't make it tonight, but that's okay because we are still holding it down. We have that killing machine, that meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Fuzzy Amone.
Good evening, Gorehounds.
Yeah, and a little bit different tonight because he's not in his home studio, so we're gonna do what we can do with what we got, but we got Scuba here anyways. He's in hotel. He did not want to turn the black light on because we're already reviewing one horror film.
I was scared.
Yeah, I mean that'd be scarier than this movie.
That's scary shit right there.
Oh man. But no, we have the Lord Scuba Cabra, the Dean of the Deceased, the Duke of the Dead, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
And I would just like to say, if you guys could see the setup that I have right now, it looks like I'm about to record the most epic OnlyFans content ever.
Hot.
Maybe you are though.
Very hot.
I mean,
there's
definitely could be a was it a prelude after the show? Going more after dark. Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Lord Scuba's hotel room.
Fucking A, dude.
Time to dive deep.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see the two queen size beds like that, man, it's just for some little kid in me still wants to jump from one to the other continuously. I don't know why. Did you?
I already did it. That was the first
Good
thing
for
I
you,
did
man.
when I walked in the fucking room. There's
That's
nobody
awesome.
here. It's just me. So fuck it.
Right? I can't lie, dude. I'm jealous.
Listen, one bed's for sleeping, the other bed is for leaving your stains. It is what it is.
What's up, gentlemen in the chat? Mr. Gene, Brody. We got Brody on Facebook tonight. Oh my
Yes,
god.
we do.
Gene's rocking the
Hello,
YouTube.
gentlemen.
What's up, gentlemen? Thank you for joining us. We are talking 2015's The Devil's Candy. This possibly was a Bobby pick, or maybe even a Brody pick, or both of the same. And we're not really sure. I think Chad Daddy's got that, but I think this is what
It's
we
another
discussed
one of
last
those
week,
double
so.
B picks.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Just happened to be both on the same list, so somebody got it, everybody got it, whatever.
Yes.
This was a first watch for myself. Scoobs, for you too?
First time watch. I had never seen this movie. I had never even heard of it.
Fair enough. You and I are in the same boat. Awesome. Okay. Obviously, before we do that, we're going to do what we always do. Actually, Scoobs, I should ask, are you okay with doing vocals in your hotel room, or should I pull up variant Scoobs?
Just do it.
I'm just going to do it. Fuck it.
Okay. All right, Scoobus.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your... I didn't go
Oh,
too
no. It didn't come up because you went too high pitch, dude. The mic couldn't handle it. Oh, my God.
Wow.
It was all for
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your slice of life.
Oh.
The first time in Gormore history, he had to tone it down.
Wow.
Once again, he's not on his regular mic, so it kind of goes. That's terrible. But Bobby, I can't really see your face, but I can hear your lovely voice, and that's what really counts. How have you been this weekend, sir? What did you do?
What did you do this weekend, Bobby?
Well, I've been good, but we're gonna start off with Friday. Friday was a chill night. I had a little game night at my house with some friends, chilled, and my girlfriend, my lady Rebecca, and we chilled out, played some games, had some pizza, had a couple drinks, and all that fun stuff. Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Oh, me and Rebecca went to lunch. We went shopping. We had dinner. We got engaged, and all that fun stuff.
Excuse me, what was that?
Excuse me, baking powder.
Rebecca and I are now engaged. We are now fiancés.
Fucking
Oh.
hey.
After 3 years exactly, 3 years exactly last Monday. Yeah, it was time. It was time.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
Congratulations to
much.
the both of you, man. That's
We-
awesome.
We did it. I did it in a town called Red Bank here in Jersey. For those of you in Jersey, you know where it is. Such a beautiful town. I went and did it there. We celebrated it with dinner that night, and then Sunday we're at my brother's house. We went and celebrated with my family, and then we went to her sister's house for her nephew's birthday, and then we celebrated there too. So it was a whole nice little be with the family, and everybody knows. And then we obviously made the announcement today on Facebook. And the feels are real. It's good shit. That's all I got to say. I'm excited for this next chapter for us. And I also got to watch this movie. We actually got to watch this movie on Saturday. So
You had a busy fucking day Saturday, brother. God.
Oh
damn.
yeah. Saturday was a busy fucking day, bro. Lunch, duty engagement, let's go shopping, let's do this and that. So yeah, and it was a great weekend. It was a beautiful weekend, obviously, in every way.
I'm only gonna ask this one question, because I'm not trying to pry. Obviously, you said what you needed to say, but how nervous, like how bad were you sweating, like in that moment right before when you were about to pull it out? I say that's not dirty by any means.
The weird part is you didn't say it dirty, but of course he said pull it out, and I'm just like this. Well,
Phrasing.
No, you know something? It wasn't. I was nervous leading up to it, but I wasn't nervous doing it. Like I knew I was going to do it, but my stomach.
I remember my first time too. Exactly how my first time went.
Yeah, my stomach went into like nervous mode, and I'm like, well, this is a good nervous, but I'm like, oh my Lord, my stomach is just like, hey, you're a nervous little boy right now, and guess what? This is how it's going to feel. I'm like, fucking stomach. But once I did it, I felt great. I was like, oh, I asked the love of my life to marry me, and she said yes 15 times before I even asked. And then I got down on one knee and I asked, and she said yes the 1,000,001th time, and I which I knew, but it was just such a surreal moment.
Looked your eye to eye.
If I wasn't hunched over, it would have been very close.
Right.
But
awesome,
no, it was awesome. I'm so excited now that she's my fiance and I'm her fiance. That's why when you caught me, I was like, "Oh, my girlfriend." I'm like, "Well, no, wait a minute.
Good catch.
I'll change that because she's like, I'm not your girlfriend anymore. I'm your fiance." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to get used to that
not
too."
Fuck that up.
And that's how you should have announced it. That's how you should have announced it. You've been like, "Well, guys, I just want to let y'all know that Rebecca's no longer my girlfriend. ... Long pause. She is now my fiance."
I didn't.
That's dirty.
That would have been
right? That's dirty. That's a good one though.
That is
good.
I didn't even think about it. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
But
awesome.
so yeah, that was my weekend. I'm keeping it short, but like I said, and also for everybody who commented on the post and the text messages, thank you all so much. We're gonna start getting all that together as soon as we can and everything. Well, we're just basking in the moment right now. So, but that was my weekend. I'm gonna go to Lord Scuba. I would like to hear about his weekend as well, please.
Let's see. What did I do this weekend? Friday, I made my triumphant return to the bar that I quit back in March.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they called me last Monday after the podcast was done and asked if I would come back to work. And I said, well, I just want to let y'all know that this is how much I make for 3 hours downtown. You're going to have to do better than that. because I'm not going back for what I was making before I left, because I'm making way more in 3 hours than I ever was working 5 hours there.
All right.
They made me an offer that I could not refuse. So I said, you know what? I'll take your Friday night. So went back Friday night. It was really weird being there because I had been gone for so long, but it felt right. You know what I mean? Like it felt like, okay, I'm back.
See,
Like
you've been in that booth. You've been in that booth for quite a while. So
it was like 9 years.
Yeah,
I get it. So leaving, and I was gone, and I left in March. So that's the longest I had ever been away. So it felt really good being able to be back in my booth. So I'm only doing Fridays though. I am not doing any other nights. So had a good night Friday night. Saturday, I didn't do much. Went to go take grandma to go have, oh no, that was on Sunday. What did we do Saturday? I don't think we did anything on Saturday. I think we just kind of hung around the house until Mel had to go to work Saturday night. And then I just hung out with Charlie. And then on Sunday, we picked up my grandma and went to take her to go eat. Sam came down from San Antonio for the weekend, so she was there at the house for a little bit. So I got to see all my kids. I had all my kids together, and we just kind of hung out and watched TV and stuff. And then I hit the road this morning, and I am here, as you can tell, in this hotel room for the next week for a conference that we have here in Dallas. So I will be here all week long.
Damn, I didn't know you were there for a week, brother.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So the conference kicks off tomorrow, and then it ends Thursday at 2, but they gave us the extra day so that we didn't have to drive back the 6.5 hours in the same day. So, but I think
what hotel are you staying at?
We are in I don't even know what it is. Hold on. Good question.
You know what? That's not even the important question. The important question is there breakfast included in the hotel you're staying at?
Yes.
No, it's not, because we're at the Marriott, and so you have to pay for everything. Yeah, but it's a nice fancy hotel, so I'm not bitching.
Yeah, but I want free continental breakfast, motherfucker.
You know what? I don't even care about continental breakfast because there is a Buc-ee's right across the street.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Literally right across the street there is a Buc-ee's. There's also a Texas Roadhouse. There's a Texas Roadhouse, an Olive Garden, and a Red Lobster, all within walking distance of here. There's a Waffle House right down the street. I think I'm good.
Yo, Mel, just be ready, because Steve's going to come home with a whole new fucking wardrobe of just beaver, and it's going to be awesome.
Just nothing but beaver.
He's also going to come home with a lot of it's smothered and covered, and it's going to come out scattered and splattered, I'll tell you that.
I'm so jealous you got a Buc-ee's across the fucking street, bro.
And I did get to stop at one of the oldest barbecue joints in the state of Texas called Black's Barbecue. It is hands down the best barbecue in the state of Texas. I had never been to it before, didn't know what to expect. I got a giant dino rib. I got 3 sides. I got rice, beans, and coleslaw, and a drink. And it came out to $61.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even get to take a picture. I didn't even take a picture of my plate. It was so fucking good and worth it.
Well, here's my question. Was it big?
What was
the portion size?
The rib was probably from my wrist to about right there.
Okay. Now, what about the portions of like your sides? Were they
the sides were just normal portion size. They didn't like overly pile it on, which kind of pissed me off because I'm like, dude, for $61. But what it was is the rib was at market price for $29.99 a pound. Okay. But
all right,
beef ribs are really hard to get smoked really good. This thing fell off the fucking bone. First bite, it was super tender, super smoky. I didn't eat it all. I only ate half of it. But
so you got a 2-pound rib.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck, yeah. Bro,
like, it was so fucking good.
That sounds amazing.
Huh.
And like I said, I didn't even get to take a picture of it because as soon as I sat down, I called Mel. She was mad at me because she's like, this is worse than cheating on me. And I said,
I
whatever.
feel like she would be. I'm like, bro. I'm like, if I was Mel, I'd be mad. You'd be going to Buc-ee's without me, dude. Like, honestly,
Well, of course, I'm gonna bring back goodies. I can't.
it's not the same.
Just-
It's not the same. Though.
I know,
It's,
I know, but
Listen, it's the thought that counts.
All I know
Yeah,
is
so
you got to
I'm
take a
gonna- I gotta
shit
take-
over there too. Like that's the big. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. So let me show you. I don't have a picture of the one that I ate, but let me show you guys
you
a
just do a
picture.
little screen share here.
Yeah, let me pop this up real quick.
Interesting, dude. I can't believe that market price you said was $29. That's ridiculous.
$29, and it was ridiculous. And at first, I was like, "Holy shit, that is a lot." But like I said, once I bit into it, totally worth it.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a lot of meat.
Oh, that's a lot of meat.
It was
That's
bigger than
solid
this.
amount of
There's a lot.
It was
of
bigger
fucking
than
meat.
this.
all right.
Like I
I
said,
believe it.
the bone was about the size of my forearm. Like it
Nice.
totally worth it. But
Hey,
and
man.
you know what the best part is? It didn't come out of my pocket because to drive up here,
Ooh.
they gave us a $950 check for the week for per diem and travel expenses. So didn't come out of my
Nice.
money.
Oh, well, then that's even flat. Okay, yeah, dude, that changes the game completely then.
Yeah,
That's
Fuck
fair.
yeah,
definitely.
bro. Oh,
So
nice.
that's it. That's all I did. What about you, John?
Oh, man, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but I didn't do shit because, you know what? I was fucking lazy motherfucker this weekend. Dude, what did we do? So as you can tell from my background, we interior wise, yeah. Well, listen, I didn't give up exterior. I didn't give up exterior wise because I still have pumpkins outside and a blow up turkey. So my house is like a retail store right now where you walking into Thanksgiving and then you get punched in the face with Christmas as soon as you really get in there. But you know, Christmas is the wife's thing, and the daughter also equally loves it that much too. So Thursday night, we got a bunch of the shit out, not the trees or anything, but like all the main shit. And then Friday night, I brought the trees up and did fucking that. And man, I gotta say, everything always, and this is Halloween too, right? Like everything looks cool as fuck when it is actually decorated. But
Yes.
man, fuck the unpacking part and the repacking part. That shit sucks either fucking way. Unpacking is always easier, right? Because you're jazzed up for the season. You're like, yeah. And even halfway through that, you're still just like, lost that luster. I gotta fucking get a snack and a little bit of fucking recharge here and get back into this shit. But the repack, dude, at the end of the season, oh, that's fucking awful, dude. I'm like, man, we just went through this with fucking Halloween. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
But no, it's all Christmased out in my house right now, so it's okay though. I can't deny it. I like it too. So it is what it is.
I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point where I've always been one of the ones that does not put up the Christmas tree until the day after Thanksgiving.
Correct.
We're the same way.
As per tradition.
As per
But-
tradition.
Charlie has completely made me feel, because I'm not really big on Christmas. I never have been. But Charlie has just brought out this inner person that wants to already decorate for Christmas. We already started looking at trees, but our tree is going to be really cool this year. I'm not doing the Gremlins tree. We're going to do a white blood splattered Christmas tree.
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
Yeah. I bought a shitload of Permablood when Spirit had their 25% off.
Dope.
So,
No, man.
yeah.
It's so actually I saw something, not that your little one might be fine anyways, but they said with little ones, dude, put the tree up for like a couple days without any ornaments and shit. So like after like the third or fourth day, it's just random shit in the side. So then they're just like, nah, I don't care anymore. Because when you put it up all instantly, then they're just like, oh, what's all this shit right here?
yeah.
So
Yeah. Gonna have to try something because she's very, very explorative right now.
hell yeah, dude.
Well,
All right, so yeah, you might want to do that then. But no, it's I don't know, man. It is what it is, dude. I gotta say, our house, by the way, like I know a lot of people try to go like themes and all this stuff. No, man, ours is just old school fucking like chaotic Christmas, bro. Just tons of color and a bunch of random ass shit with Santa hats and stuff like that, and old little blow molds and everything.
But that's the best. That's the best. You just
no,
walk
I
in
know.
Christmas.
Listen, because like I'm not saying like the white like the aesthetic Christmas. It looks nice, right? That's what it's for. It's the aesthetically pleasing. It pleases the eye, but it doesn't have any like heart in it. It doesn't have any like. I mean, I need cheesy Christmas. I need corny Christmas. You know what I mean? Like fucking cardboard cutouts and all that other shit.
You need Ernest Saves Christmas in that house is what you need.
Yeah. You know what? That'll be on the roster soon enough.
I was gonna say, I think I just triggered.
Oh yeah, dude. But other than that, man, just played a shit ton of Black Ops and zombies and all that other shit. Played with a bunch of people all weekend, which is awesome. And you know what? One cool thing I did do yesterday is the daughter she actually asked to watch her first, I'm going to say, quote unquote, horror movie. She wanted to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. So I've never seen it. It was all right. It was fun. Like it was, it's a good entry level horror movie. And then I showed her, but while we were waiting for the wife to get ready, and I was like, well, there's another cool movie that's almost like this, but better. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, it's Willy's Wonderland. Here, let's watch the trailer. And she's like, she's like, can I watch this one? I was like, I mean, I'm okay with it, but I'm like, it is rated R. So probably,
probably not just yet.
And then I showed her, I was like, and here's another one that's also similar to this, the Banana Splits movie. And we started watching that trailer. She's like, how many of these are there? I'm like, as far as I know, just these. I was like, but there might be some other ones.
No, there's actually another one on Hulu. It's a short film. I forget what it's called, but it has to do with like the same kind of thing with like the animatronic coming to life. It's a little teddy bear or some shit.
But even with those, three I mentioned, bro, that's a great triple feature.
Yeah, that's solid.
If you wanted to
do
weird like Chuck E. Cheese themed partay. But other than that, I watched The Devil's Candy, to which I'm ready to talk about right now. And this is the weird part. It says in our notes it says 2015, but when I watched it, it said 2017. So I wonder if it was a made and then distributed at a later date kind of a thing. Or maybe just Shudder was wrong. I don't know.
Probably. That could have been it.
All right. Bob, this is your pick. So take the plot rundown, homie.
You got it. Metal music, paint, and family are the passions of struggling painter Jesse, who lives a happy life with his wife and daughter. Things look brighter when Jesse finds a huge old house in rural Texas selling at a very low price due to its mysterious past. Sawyers lived there eventually. They move in, and Jesse converts the barn into a studio. But soon his work starts taking on a new, darker flavor, and things get even more ominous when the hulking, unbalanced son of the former owners appears on the doorstep. Jesse's family won't be safe until they find a way to quiet the devil himself. Directed by Sean Byrne, The Loved Ones. Written by Sean Byrne, The Loved Ones. Produced by Jess Calder, Your Next, Blair Witch. Keith Calder, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, Battle for Terra. Scoobs.
All right, starring Ethan Embry, Vegas Vacation, Can't Hardly Wait as Jesse Helm. Holy shit.
Wait, that's
I didn't
him?
realize that was Ethan Embry.
You didn't know that was him?
Oh my God,
Dude,
no.
I didn't realize that was him. He looked like a dollar store Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to say this movie was made specifically to just be like, bro, listen, you got in great shape. You want to just show yourself off a little bit? And then they made this
Great
movie.
shape for what, though? He got his ass kicked by a fat tub of lard.
He was a big man.
We're gonna talk about that because this movie extremely made me like I was yelling at the TV angrily because of all the dumb decisions that was going on. I was like, "What the fuck? No, this is stupid!" Like,
all right, we'll get to that. Sherry Appleby, The 13th Floor, Charlie Wilson's War as Astrid Hellman, Pruitt Taylor Vince, Jacob's Ladder, Constantine as Ray Smile,
Oh shit.
Kiara Glasgow, Maps to the Stars, Bitten as Zoe Hellman, Tony Amendola, The Mask of Zorro, Annabelle as Leonard, Craig Nye, Terror Birds, Fear the Walking Dead as Realtor, Leland Orser, The Bone Collector, Alien Resurrection as Preacher, Orion Londa, The Blacklist, Chicago Fire as Deputy Hernandez. Total body count? He didn't put one.
I mean, shouldn't we have at least the kid?
I would say at least
Because that
two
kind
of
of
the
happened
kids,
in
'cause-
real time, right? The
Yeah.
blonde boy,
Yeah.
right? Or the boy on the swing. Was there somebody else?
No, I think it was just the boy on the swing. Maybe the
Yeah,
older
'cause-
brother? Or no. I don't know. Maybe just the boy on the swing.
I think it's just the boy on the swing, dude. Because we know that little dude got it, like in the hotel room and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
So
where we saw the. All right.
one. Total body count 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Music
Fluff
by
Master?
music by Michael Yerziski, Blind Spotting and Feel the Beat. Cinematography by Simon Chapman, The Loved Ones and Lost in Space. Edited by Andy Canny, Upgrade and The Invisible Man. I need to see Upgrade. I've heard fantastic things about it.
It's cool. It's a good movie.
I've never watched it.
Effects and makeup by Bob Trevino, Predators, and Alita, Battle Angel. Never watched that one. Distributed by IFC Midnight. Runtime 88 minutes. Rating not rated. Dun, dun, dun. Budget we don't fucking know. And it grossed $780,000. So I'm assuming probably a very limited release.
Yeah, I think it was.
Once again, I never even heard of this title. Not that I fucking am like some encyclopedia of horror titles, but you know what I mean? You hear enough of them in the circulation after a while, but this one was a very under the radar.
I heard of this one. What are we, 2024? I think I heard about this one like 2019. And here's what I'll just say. As the one who watched it, this is my second time watching it. I liked it the first time. I was like, okay. I liked it the second time, but I had a lot more questions. And one of them just pertained to the son who lived in that house. You knew he had some shit going on in his head. Why was he just not put in the mental asylum? Did anybody else catch as the reason why he wasn't?
He was in there
was
for
I just
20
so
years.
oblivious?
No, he was in there.
He was in there.
And then
he was in there for 20 years, and then he got out, and then because I guess they thought he was well enough because he was gone from the house for so long that I guess whatever was affecting him didn't have that hold on him anymore. But as soon as he went back to the house, it started up again. And that's what we see at the beginning of the movie was he hasn't been back for very long from what I assume. And him playing the guitar he was trying to drown out the noise of whatever voice was talking to him through the wall.
Which, you know what? That whole situation, most of those situations where he had freakouts could easily have been solved with headphones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have just blasted your ears out with headphones, dude. You'd been fine. Like
I just something just I don't know. Something bothered me with him just being out, even though he was in there for so long. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You could still see something's off with him. It just that was the one. I'm like, that bothered me. I'm like, yeah, that bothers me.
So you know what? I'm kind of sitting there with you a little bit because ultimately you think that would be like a hindrance, right? You're just like, oh, dude, how's anybody going to let this guy like get the one-ups on him? But at the same time, when you think it's the hindrance, that's the thing that actually is like the surprise attack, right? Because most people probably wouldn't expect this dude to like all of a sudden have that. I mean, we do because it's a horror movie, right? Like it's coded for that. So we're like, looking at it from creepy that, fucking dude. Yeah. And first of all, why the fuck is she just answering a door for any random ass? I mean, I guess she thought it was the pizza guy, so that was fair.
That's a fair.
She even said she's like, "You're not the pizza guy," blah blah blah. But it's like to stand there and continually talk to the dude is kind of like, girl, no, don't do that shit. But this movie was interesting, right? Like I didn't hate it, But I definitely got bored kind of in the middle-ish. I don't even know where, but there was definitely a moment where I was just like, I don't know, man, this is kind of lulling a little bit. And then it picked up towards the end. But at the end, there was a lot of stupid decisions that just pissed me off to where I was like, no. Case in point. I was yelling at the screen for 10 minutes for that girl to bite his hand until she finally fucking bit his hand. And I'm like, no, bite his hand. Just bite his hand. It's right there. Ah. And then she finally fucking did it. But I'm just like, bitch, you were downstairs when you could have did that and got out way easier. Now you're trapped in a room full of fucking fire. Like, what the fuck, dude?
A raging fire that the floor didn't fall through. Like,
I gotta say though, man, that fire looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a horrible. That whole
it looked like a music video,
I mean,
didn't it?
The climax, it did. It looked like a very shitty music video. But like you said, the dumb decisions, because they weren't even bad decisions. They were just dumb.
Yes.
What the fuck? I was so pissed off when the dude came in the door. He has the gun and he's standing there with the bat.
That's just such an easy swing.
Swinging. Exactly, an easy fucking swing right to the back of the fucking head. But you didn't. Like, what the fuck? And like I said,
he pussied out, dude.
He did pussy out. And like I said, all those fucking muscles you had just to get knocked out by this chunkers.
Seriously.
And it wasn't like, it's not even like he shot the gun scared, but it wasn't even in his direction. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't shoot him till after he like ran past him a little bit or something. Which, why are you running past? Just fucking bah, bah, bah. Like, you're right there, man. Oh. Now, granted, we know this dude is a very chill pacifist. That's what the whole movie kind of sets it up as. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a metalhead and shit, but he's very loving father and husband and all this, you know.
Yeah, but that right there, being a loving father,
right,
when your family's in danger, puts you on a completely different level.
And
and he never reached that.
No, like his look and everything, dude. Like he had it, right? Like, but dude, I'm so glad you're in that boat with me, bro. Because I was so angry from that, like that whole last scene there. I'm just like, what is happening? Why is everybody just being stupid right now?
No, I'm right there with you two. Like I said, I like this movie, but I'm like, yo, that father was pissing me off with a lot of his decisions towards the end. Even some of the ones in the beginning, I was just like,
even if I would have bitched out with hitting the guy, I still would have tried to have tackled him and gotten tried to get the gun away. Just as a dad and a husband trying to protect my family.
More than likely, you're going to take a shot, right? You know you're going to take a shot, I feel, in that scenario. Yeah. But you're still got to try, right? Like, you still got to, I don't know. And then just them hiding in a closet. Why the fuck are you hiding in a closet when he's right there? You're like, oh, let's hide in this closet right down at the end of the hall that he saw. What?
Like, yeah, exactly. He was at the door. He saw exactly where they were. Why wouldn't you go upstairs? Which I'm, in a sense, I'm glad they didn't go upstairs because in every horror movie they run upstairs. But they probably could have had a better chance upstairs than they did downstairs.
You could have got off that roof and rolled off.
I was gonna say they could have stayed on that roof. He's not gonna go up there. Maybe he will, but push his ass off the roof. Listen, then
if Michael and Lori can take hitters off of the fucking roofs, these people can too. It's good.
Oh yes.
But here's the thing also. He knows the house. He grew up in that house as a kid.
True.
That's fair.
That's true.
Now, going back to what Brody said, let's throw some positive on this. The soundtrack, and dare I say even the score, was badass because even the score is just metal music. Like it's not your atypical score in most cases, dude. Like the score is just straight up fucking riffs, and it's awesome. So for that, I'll say this movie definitely has that badass level of like, all right, man. At least it holds my attention right there.
Now, did you boys? And this kind of bugged me. Did you get any vibes from that art collector guy or that guy that owned the art gallery that he was part of some kind of like satanic cult or something?
Yes. The thing was literally called Belial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Okay, I feel like we had like a solid 20 minutes out of this movie that we didn't get, right?
Yes.
There had to be some shit going down in this town, something else. Because, dude, the chick who even worked at the art gallery, she felt sketchy as shit.
That
The
was
art
so-
dealer
yeah.
shit felt sketchy as shit. The preacher even seemed a little kind of fucking not necessarily on the level. Like, I was like, yo, dude, is this like whole town literally like Satanist and shit, dude? Like that.
which
I
would
don't
have
know, it would've-
helped. It would have helped it, honestly. It would have made it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
But
know where
it
you would
never
have
came
taken
full
it.
circle. Like,
No,
but it didn't never came full. I thought maybe that it was kind of a setup to get him in there to release. You know, maybe the painting was it needed to
Like a
be
portal?
in like a form or something, and the painting was a portal or some shit to
Yeah.
bring the whatever beast through. But it never fucking, it just threw this whole curveball at you for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
and at the same time, okay, so obviously we had some hard Amityville tropes going on in this movie, right? And I'm almost glad, like I'm gonna bitch about it, but at the same time, you know what? Kudos to them for necessarily not following the same beats. But the fact that he was hearing the demonic voices too, but it wasn't driving him to do
What it was driving Ray to do.
right, the other guy to do. And
And
I mean,
and they also at the end made, when Ray burned the big guy, his eyes changed color, so he was the beast trying to get the beast to come through. There should have.
I
played
did
with
notice
a
that
little.
in the fire. That
They
was
should,
kinda cool.
they should have played with that a little bit more, because he lived there. The voices are making him do this stuff, which also, who was it? Somebody, maybe it was one of you who said the ending didn't make sense. I actually feel, for me, it did. Well, not just say it made sense, but the reason why he went to that pit where all those suitcases are, those were all the kids he killed.
Right.
Due to
100%,
that,
and there was like
which I was
what, like
oh,
when he first redug that hole, he pulled out at least 3 or 4 other suitcases out of that hole before he put that new one in.
it was 4.
So like, okay, so that's what Brody's saying. So maybe the voices that the dad was hearing wasn't the satanic voices, but it was the kids' voices.
I think that's more right what Brody's saying. He's hearing the voices of the kids. What the fuck is that comment?
Yeah, whatever. We're just
Okay, idiot.
Anyway,
not talking about that by any means, but all right.
and
No,
also
I blocked him.
there was also 2 other deaths. I think, I don't know if we forgot the 2 cops. He rammed the car in them and pinned one in between,
Dude.
and then shot them. I just
Yeah,
realized
so we
that.
got 2 bodies right there.
I was just like, wait a minute, no, we
Oh,
got
yeah,
the 2
no
cops who
shit.
got killed.
Which this dude's primary weapon of choice is rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Robert.
Because he got the 2 cops and the kid with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm assuming
and they said that the 9-year-old girl, before he got put in the hospital, that he did that to a 9-year-old girl also.
he tried
Yeah,
burying her,
so-
but he didn't. I don't think he killed her though, right? He tried burying her alive. is what
No,
they said,
but
thought.
I'm pretty sure he tried to hit her with a fucking rock. If
Oh
that's his
yeah,
weapon
no,
of choice.
Yeah.
he probably bludgeoned her for sure. But see, now with the whole boy of the swing scene, I'm not gonna lie, I liked how they kind of played that scene out, because I
Mhm.
thought, I was like, oh shit, dude, he's gonna get the dog, and then he's gonna get like the double, right? But no, man, he just went for the single kid left there, and it's just like, oh fuck. Which is I'm not gonna lie, man, this movie was cross-threading in my head a little bit at certain points, because I just watched Five Nights at Freddy a little bit before that, which is also about random missing kids and shit
Yeah,
like
right,
that,
yeah.
like missing dead kids. So in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, I was thinking about a scene from that, and I was like putting it in there, and I'm like, no, that didn't happen there. What the fuck? Like, yeah, that was
There
weird.
is there's one other aspect. Well, another aspect I want to bring up.
Yeah, go on.
The daughter and father relationship.
It
Now,
was awesome.
no, it was, but I don't know why this bothered me when she said to him, "You two are fathers. I am not yet. If your little girl looked at you and said, 'Swear on my grave, you're never going to leave me at school like that again,' wouldn't that kind of shake you a little bit?"
Well, yeah, obviously.
It just
yeah.
didn't. It just didn't shake him to. I don't know. I felt that their relationship had.
No,
a
it
little more,
did.
you know.
I think it did, and I think that's why he was at that moral compass when it came down to, because, like, listen, man. Also, as a father, it is your job to provide for your family, right? To what
Of
he has to
course,
do,
absolutely.
and he's doing that through his art. Well, it's not like he's just selling art right off the fucking racks. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get a gig after just buying this. So there's a lot of there's a lot of juggling there, and unfortunately, you try to pile on too much, and it's never going to work out. Hence, his daughter getting fucked over and shit.
I felt
At least
like
that's my thought on it. But
no, I felt like she held him to a standard that was almost impossible to me, at least. A little,
No, man. And see, I've had a teenage daughter. I mean, she's still a teenager, but they are very dramatic. Very dramatic.
yeah,
John, prepare yourself. That's all I'm saying. Prepare
bro.
yourself.
It's already started, man. It's already started. It's fucking 10 going on.
And I won't know for a little while. So,
wow, yeah, it's something. But no, man, it's this movie. It looked great. I feel like it was shot very competently. Like all this, I really liked when he was doing his first art piece, right? Like where he was really in his trance and he had the gas or the mask on. And he was doing all the spray paint and everything. I had to laugh though, because Jen said the funniest thing. Like when you finally saw the reveal of just the upside down cross, she's like, it took him all day to do that. No, it's just like, I was like, fair.
I will say the big painting he did with the creatures and the kids, I thought that was fucking sick.
And that was cool how it turned from like his original artwork with the butterflies into that.
It looked like a Slayer cover that Slayer would use on an album.
I could see that.
Like I was
well, and like the daughter said, the butterflies weren't metal. That was fucking metal. That was straight up metal.
Oh, hardcore, dude. I mean, you had Satan with like almost like 3 heads eating the kids and shit like that, dude.
So
it just
cool.
It's a badass painting, man. For sure. And like Brody says, for an independent film, this looked great. It did. 100%. Like the lighting was fucking key, dude. Just how dirty things needed to look, like in the garage versus like, and just how gross our, like, I don't know, killer, whatever you want to call him, how gross he gets throughout the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That,
he smelled horrible.
I was gonna say that dude stank, man. By the end scene, that bro had some BO just coming through the doorways, man.
God, I don't even want to know.
Just the straight dirt on the V from when he like took his shirt off or took the top coat off, man. But no, soundtrack aside, looks aside, it's still a pretty solid movie. I just, like Scoop brought up earlier, I feel like. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like it was missing a little something. And now whether would have been like the more incorporation with like the townsfolk, some kind of weird demonic plot. Because obviously there has to be something with this house, right? It's not like, or is the dude just crazy? Like it literally has nothing to do with the devil. It clearly does, right? Like that's why the dad went into the trance and everything like that. So there has to be something supernatural about it. And the way he burned up at the end, like Bob mentioned. But it felt like there was a lot of setup. And then there was just kind of like, it was a short movie. I started the shit at 8:00 and it was like done at like 9:10. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
fast.
dude. I was like, that was a quick ass movie, man. So like I said, I feel like this could have used 15 extra minutes, maybe.
This was when you're texting her all day about what you're going to do when she comes home, and you give her like 5 minutes of that good, and then go to bed.
And you think you're
because this movie had, this had so much buildup, and then it just, I was bored. Straight up 100%. I was bored watching this movie. I looked over at Mel, and she's like, why are you on your phone so much? I'm bored. Like, I'm paying attention.
You got yelled at for that too?
Yes. I said, I'm paying attention, but I'm bored. Like
Bro.
it's not catching my interest.
You and I are living
It
the
did-
same lives, dude. Because Jen literally yelled at me. She's like, "Why are you on your phone?" She's like, "You need to be watching the movie." I'm like,
I did not get yelled at.
She's like, "Get off your phone." I was like, "God damn it!" I was like, "Fine, whatever." Like,
Yeah, but
oh.
I don't know. It just even at the beginning, I had to restart it because the lighting at the beginning was so dark on my TV. I had to start it over because I didn't see what the hell happened. So I had to change my setting from standard to dynamic just to make my damn screen brighter so I could see what the hell happened.
What were we talking about? Like right in the beginning of the house?
Yeah, right at the beginning of the house with I guess the sister, or whoever the fuck that was that went down the stairs. They got me when he pushed her down the stairs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it was a sister, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It was your sister or his mom. I don't fucking know.
No, I think the parents were dead. I think that was the sister. I could be. I don't know. I could be wrong. Either way,
I don't know. But I just it didn't capture my attention the way that I wish it would have. Once they moved into the house and then other things started happening, especially when he started working on the painting, that's what I was interested in. I wanted to see what exactly he was painting, what exactly it was going to look like. And then they threw in the whole art gallery owner that owns this art gallery named Belial. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's going to throw in this whole other aspect of maybe there's like a cult or something. And it didn't. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, what is going on? And then by the end of the movie, I was just kind of like, oh my God, hurry up and end. And then it ended. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? What the hell? What was that bright light? Did he die? Did he die? Was he going to heaven? Or what was the bright light that we saw at the end?
You know what this movie was missing? Because I was reading about him because no, maybe. But I said his painting looked like a Slayer cover. I'm like, this movie could have been a Slayer album cover come to life, and it missed its opportunity. It could have been as graphic as one of their covers, and it wasn't.
It's a solid story. It's a solid story. I do give it that. It is a solid story. It was just missing something. I don't know. Like Brody said, yeah, it was more gore to equip, for the metal soundtrack. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see a little kid get hacked up.
No, I'm glad
okay
I'm glad they did that the way they did. Like sound effects is all that's needed, and preliminary
because your mind gets
for this.
To make up.
Yeah. Yep.
100%. All the shit that and anything that your mind makes up is going to be way more twisted than what we would actually see on screen anyways.
Can we talk about that scene transition right after that? I thought that was actually pretty dope of the cleaning of blood out of the thing with the mixture of bleeding. That was cool. It was a soupy scene. I dug it.
That was probably one of the best transitions in the whole movie.
But this movie does look so clean, though, for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looks great. But
it pissed me off, man. It pissed me off, especially, like I said, being a dad. And I just felt like he didn't fight as much as he should have.
No, not at all.
And not everybody's a fighter. I get that.
That's like the dad at the end of The Mist. Like I was pissed off like at that dude too.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, you see him and he's just fucking ripped fucking dude, and then he gets laid out with one kick to the face from this
by Kyle Gass, nonetheless, dude.
Guy. Yeah.
Yes, bro. Kyle Gass kicked your ass. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Like the film more so represents psychological horror, just that slow burn. This from Mr. Brody.
And I appreciate the psychological aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really not into psychological horror, but I dug the aspect of it in here because of the supernatural behind it.
Yes.
So it's like a psychological supernatural horror mix, and I dig that. I really do. But it just I feel like it just didn't get
more. It needed more or something.
It was missing. It was missing stuff.
Like, I feel like he needed one more solid scene where like his family caught him in like full trance mode. You know what I mean? And like really took him.
Was the trance the demon, or was the trance the kids?
See, because I mean, it could have been both, right? Like, it seemed it had to be the kids when he was doing the main painting, right? Because he says they were crying out for their, like, he's like, I feel like they're inside me and they're crying out.
And he doesn't know what to do.
And so, like, I took it as they're showing him what they see in hell right now, and it's what he was painting. But with the first upside down cross, I don't know on that one. That I feel like you could go take that either way.
That's where they should have went more into this town. I think that would have maybe helped shine some light as to where he was.
Or listen, either give us more shit with the town, or don't tease us at all with the town shit.
Yeah,
because that was just that was just dick tease, just to be almost dick tease. Because you got her dressed in fucking dark red, with like the way that whole like art gallery was even set up, it just felt very empty and cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got him wearing very black and red, that very like nice, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe it was just supposed to be like red herring kind of shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I wanted
to even talk
be
about like sacrifice.
Yes,
like the whole thing he gives him.
That's why I was like, bro, we got to be going into some crazy cult shit, and we never go there. Never,
never do. Never touch it.
Even if you gave me something at the end, right? Like the family survives and they walk at the house, but then you have like that dude and like two and like the preacher and like somebody else you don't recognize discussing that like they didn't get all the sacrifices needed or something, so it must continue. You know what I mean? Something that would have been like, ooh, like, all right.
Yeah.
Was there an end credit scene? Maybe. I didn't see if there was.
There wasn't. Not that I saw.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But I do give it props, because when the credits started to roll, the imagery behind the credits was fucking dope.
Oh yeah, that was that literally is like what parents that hated 80s or hated metal music in the 80s, that's all they saw in their head. That's what that was, right? They're like, oh my God, Satanism and metal. No. But oh man. All right, I'm gonna bring in Mr. Brody Kane so we can hear what he has to say.
I want to hear what he has to say.
All right. Mr. Doppelganger Kanga Banger, if you could please. Check back.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because Caney is cutting in. Snip, fucking snip, you dog. Howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about The Devil's Candy. This was a film that I'd seen many years ago, enjoyed it for whatever reason back then. Having watched it tonight, it was my second viewing. Enjoyed it, but I will admit the first half of the movie was quite boring at times, I ain't gonna lie. But I can kind of forgive all that by the time the end credits were rolling in this film, because the way that the screenwriting, the script, was able to tell this story by the end of the movie, with the last half of the film explain all the, the boring beats that set up the last half of the movie and make it come full circle by the end. And I thought that was, pretty damn sweet how they were able to, represent that visually as well throughout the storytelling. And the character development that gets built up in this film it's done actually really well. Like, it feels believable. You're captivated with these characters, and it builds them up for a little bit of the time and then sort of just quickly moves on. And that's what I love about this film, because this film only runs at about 79 minutes. So the way I thought they were able to give us all that character development in a short amount of time was actually, it was actually utilized very well for this type of film. So our lead villain in this, Prudent Taylor Vince, was an absolutely incredible or fantastic choice for this type of character, just because of how unsettling and unpredictable he is at times, especially with this. You can't get a read on him, and he does this really weird thing with his eyes where it makes you very uncomfortable at times. But I think he's a character with a lot of range and a lot of emotion, and for him to actually bring to life this character was like a perfect casting choice. So yeah, it was great to see him grace the screen with his presence every time he showed up. Also, huge shout out to Ethan Embry. I love him as an actor. I think he's very underappreciated, and I love how he's able to take on challenging roles in the independent film industry, and what he's able to utilize with these type of characters and explore or expand on his range of acting and qualities. I think his emotional value expressed throughout his body chemistry towards other actors is incredible on screen, and believable at times as well. If you haven't seen him in Cheap Thrills, definitely watch him in that. That's another film that he's just incredible in. But yeah, I thought he was absolutely fantastic in this as well, and how the director was able to utilize and place him in certain shots and scenes throughout the cinematography. And that's another thing too. I love the cinematography in this film. You know, it's nothing too over the top, but for an independent film like this, it actually looks stylishly cool throughout the soundtrack playing, with the visual imagery and that throughout the editing as well. Just everything about it. The image, it's probably the strongest point of this movie is the visual imagery played out through the music
agree
and
with
that,
that.
incorporating that metal devilish type of style, and I love it. Not gonna lie, CGI flames was pretty fucking shit. And also, if you're standing
Thank
in
you
a
for
room
saying
that's
that,
on
Brody.
fucking fire with your daughter, and there's a fucking bottle of fucking fuel on the ground, wouldn't you just think, we can hug this shit out later? Just let's get the fuck outside.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
only common sense, peeps.
a lot of dumb
So
decisions.
I might be looking into this a little bit more, and I probably already know the answer, but I wanted to get a second opinion from y'all. Now, obviously, throughout this film, we hear a lot of whispers, mainly from the devil talking to our villain and the father. Now, how was the father, Ethan Embry's character, able to fucking know that by the end of the movie that the kids were buried on his property in that exact same spot? Because we don't hear any whispers. He just somehow knows that they're there. And I do get that we get that flashback scene that goes, I can feel them inside me, and they tell me that they want to be let out, metaphorically speaking, of being let out of their cases into the afterlife to be set free or whatever it may be. But we don't hear any whispers in that scene. They don't tell him. He just somehow knows that they're there. How are they able to communicate with him? Is it because they're buried on his property and just maybe connection spiritually or something? I don't know. Steve, help us out, brother. You'd be probably better at this, explaining this to me.
There you go.
Like, it's one of them really weird things. It's like I get it, but I don't at the same time. I mean, all in all, I did enjoy the film. Like I did say, it was boring for the first half of the movie, but the second half paid off because it was able to deliver what it was building up to in that last half. Will I watch it again? Yeah, probably will. I do feel like it probably needed a little bit more violence for that metal style that it has.
Yeah.
I mean, Deathgasm does a pretty damn fucking good job of that. So,
Oh my God,
definitely
that's
takes the cake.
great.
But I think for a visually stylish, with a little bit of money film like this, it does a really damn decent job to provide what it's meant to be in those type of themes. Yeah, just wish we had a little bit more kills. That's the only thing. But it's quite disturbing in its own little weird way. All in all, definitely not a masterpiece. But yeah, I do think it's a fantastic film for what it's, for an independent film like this. So I'm going to give it a Gore score of I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
I might be being a little bit generous, but
All right.
I'll give it a 4. In saying that, this is your DKB signing out, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the film, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, Mr. Doppelganger.
Cheers.
Thank you very much for that, sir. Let me get him out of there. Whoop. All right, boys. So, all right. Well, let's answer Brody's question as best we possibly can, or theorize it, I guess. So, go ahead.
I'm gonna go that maybe it wasn't the demon that was talking to him. The demon never made himself known to him. Maybe what he heard in the bedroom was the voices of the children, and that, I mean, as best as I can think, is that is what was driving him, and that is why they needed to be painted on there so that they wouldn't be forgotten, so that at least somebody knew that this is what happened to them, because obviously they're not around anymore. We don't know how long they've been gone with the other ones, especially. I mean, we know the blonde-haired kid, but we don't know how many people throughout
Right, like
the
how
last
long?
20 years.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
So I'm just on what I know about spirits. The dad probably was, I don't know, maybe like a sensitive or something to that kind of stuff, and they were able to talk to him and basically find a way to make themselves known that they were there and where their bodies were and stuff. And I still think at the end, when we see that bright light, I think that was him dying. I think he died. He left. He heard the kids calling him because he was already on death's door, went over there, uncovered them, and the bright light that we see is him being called to the other side. I think he died.
I mean, the dude did get shot.
And he was down for a
Into the
while,
ribs.
too, so I wouldn't be surprised.
See, I didn't personally take it as that. I just took it as like scene transition almost, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It was weird. But now, going with the voices, and I don't know how to properly explain this, but I almost feel like he's riding this. Okay, like you said, like he's almost like he's sensitive to it or something like that, right? Like he's riding the waves. So I think he is still hearing both. I mean, maybe he's hearing the kids or not, whatever. But I think it's more of like if the devil has his little entourage that he's got to set to make his presence, right? So he's got to have his dirty guy, which is going to be our killer. But then this guy is like the muse. So he's going to bring in the image of Satan. And I only say this because like he watched our big dude kill that kid on the swing, didn't he not? Like, isn't that when he I could be remembering it wrong, but I thought that's when he went into his second trance, and when that was happening and he saw that go down, and then that's when he started painting that kid. And then as that kid actually got killed, the painting more like morphed and he kept changing it and building to it to what we eventually got to.
Yeah.
That could be because the children are also connected to the whatever the big guy's name was, and they were the ones that were showing him what he's doing.
Right. Like I feel like that's whether it was the kids or whatever, like somehow he was connected to that dude, right? And I feel like because he was able to see through his eyesight in that scene is also why he had an idea of where the luggage would have been. You know what I mean? It could have been also the kids in that too. And that, that's just one of those things where it might just be open to interpretation.
Yeah, it could go either way.
I mean, Bob, do you have any other specific thoughts on that one? I don't want to like
I only thought it was the kids trying to tell him. That's what I always thought. I never thought it was the devil or whatever it was. I literally thought it was Ray, our big guy. He's hearing the beast, the devil. The father, he's hearing the kids. The kids are trying to cry out to him. We're here. This is where we are. Like, show us, show on that painting.
But then why did we hear the same demonic voices that Ray was hearing?
Well, I mean,
that's why I'm saying, like, I think he's both. I think he's in tune to
he
both.
might be getting both, but just remember, let's just say it's the devil for argument's sake, or the beast. Manipulation is a bitch. He's able to do a lot. So maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Like, I'm glad it wasn't 100% Amityville style where it's just like whatever dude's in the house, that dude's going to try to murder everybody.
Yeah, no, because
I'm glad it wasn't that.
Yeah, no, because then that would have been like, well, if I wanted Amityville, I'll go watch Amityville.
Right, 100%, dude. Like,
Ryan
Reynolds is probably even more ripped in that than this dude is.
Yeah. I never actually watched his remake, though.
Oh, really? I enjoyed it. I wish it was a little bit more on edge, but it was pretty solid because it was still big name, big release. Obviously, you weren't getting the full like hard R like we like, but it is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what Hollywood likes to do. So,
All right. Well, so Brody gave us a 4. I'm gonna say that's a good start to the bar there. Is there anything else you boys want to discuss? If not, I'm gonna say I'm gonna hand the reins over and we can discuss what's behind the scenes.
Go for it.
Alrighty, so when Jesse Hellman is parking near the art gallery, it is shown that the place is called Belial. Belial in the Bible is a demon of seduction, a creature that corrupts people and makes them go mad or behave badly towards others.
God, they going with this movie? Where you going with it?
Yeah, they should have played with it.
Yeah. From Hebrew Belial. Hebrew, meaning wicked one in demonology. Belial is one of Satan's most venerable demons. In fact, before the New Testament firmly established Satan as the leader of the forces of evil, Belial was the one in charge. In the Old Testament, the word that had the meaning of worthlessness or wickedness, but it later came to be used as a proper noun for the devil or Satan.
Okay.
Once again, why give us that fucking cock tease, dude?
Yeah, huge cock tease. Huge.
Seriously.
Should have I just interpreted it as that dude was the devil, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't know. No clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pruitt Taylor Vince originally turned down the role of Ray as he was receiving an abundance of mad/villainous roles. But Byrne wrote him an impassioned letter explaining how he needed someone capable of playing the lost child trapped inside the monster.
okay.
Oh.
And it seems like there was a lot of not begging going on in this movie, but Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls is the track that kicks off the end credits. Byrne can't thank the band enough. They watched and enjoyed an early cut of the film. He says, I was shitting myself, and then offered the song at a very reasonable rate. Once you have the Beatles of metal on your side, all other bands joined in and allowed us to get a really great soundtrack.
I was gonna say, man, if anything for this movie has a badass soundtrack.
Oh, I
know
love
Brody
it.
said that before, and just to reiterate on that note, but
It's yeah, they fucking did great with it.
This one's pretty cool. The child kicking and writhing in the blankets carried by Ray is actually a mechanical figure.
What?
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just been easier to use an actual like kid? Just be like, yo, bro, just
probably cheaper.
Maybe not if the mom's there. Like, no, fuck, you ain't putting my kid in there.
That's crazy.
So the film, in part, is an exploration of Sean Byrne's own guilt at leaving his family behind for long stretches of time while working.
Oh shit! Brody said he's friends with the director.
You should have asked him about the ending, bro, because I'm still confused. I'm gonna say he died. I'm still saying he died. That's canon in my head.
Yeah, I don't know why I just didn't get that vibe, but maybe I'd have to like rewatch that end scene. And
because like you always say, you see the light when you're. Yeah. They always say you see the light when you're, and it was clearly nighttime. There was no reason for the sun to be coming up at that time.
Oh, I thought it was like morning. I thought it was like dawn.
No, that was still nighttime.
No, man, because when he was like digging the things, it was still like pretty, like it was getting like lighter out.
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't take it as the sun, but I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, open to interpretation, right?
So Sean Byrne doesn't include character background detail in the film, but he discusses it with the actors. For Ray, he told Vince that as a boy, his father probably tried different things to connect with him, from Legos to model airplanes, but it was only the electric guitar that worked to block out the voice of the devil.
Okay.
So Ray's been dealing with this since he's been a kid.
Since he's been a kid, yeah.
The heavy metal guitar is what helps. I mean, that actually now makes a lot more sense.
Get him some fucking headphones.
We kind of have an answer here for the ending.
Ooh. All All right.
It says the final shot of Ethan Embry looking skyward suggests his realization that there are potentially forces greater than him in the world on both sides.
Oh, so it's just the realization of God and the devil, essentially.
It might have just been God being like, "Hey, buddy, good job."
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Shit. Whoa. So the artwork in the film was painted by Stephen Kasner, a wonderful artist and member of the Church of Satan. Sean Burns adds, we went really as close to the source as we could. So those paintings were actual paintings from a satanic worshiper.
All right.
Wow. Talk about. Wow, that was deep.
Brody said maybe he had The Shining and could see ghosts crossing over to the other side. It's possible.
Maybe.
Shinning. All right.
Fucking Simpsons.
What else you got, Scoops?
Kasner would send text to Burns and tell him while working on the large master painting for the film, he would send a text, or he sent him a text that said, "He's close. I can feel him. He's upon me."
Hmm.
Huh.
All right. Just a jive with the character. I get it.
Let's see. You can interpret this film in many different ways. Sean Burns says, adding that he considered not doing the commentary track to avoid muddying the waters with his own. He's seen some people label Ray's journey as a metaphor for mental illness, while others see it as a literal possession. But obviously, I have my kind of thoughts. So he leaves it up to us for interpretation.
Okay.
I mean,
which is fair, honestly.
Well, how did you boys take it? I took it as he was
I took
possessed.
it as possession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I took it as that too.
Like I took it as he had issues, but he was also possessed. Right? Like it was a double-edged sword on that one. But all right.
All right. Red and black as costume colors are indicative of the satanic presence. So Ray's tracksuit continues that trend. The thin white line along the arms represents the child within.
Okay. He looked like to me, it just looked like a tracksuit like Santa would have. I feel like in the off season.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely like Santa chilling before,
Right.
Just like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. He's walking around in some.
Yeah, he's got those sweet. Yeah, he's got those the sweatsuits.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, dude. Scoops.
All right. So the musical track during Ray's end assault on the house is titled TMF BSI, which is based on Burns' direction to composer Michael Yuzurski as to what he wanted for the scene. It stands for totally motherfucking batshit insane.
Huh.
awesome.
That's fucking great. I like that.
This is making me like the movie a little bit more than I did. Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff here, so I'm just picking and choosing. When Jesse first starts painting the children, there are 4 children painted with blackened eyes and white faces, while Zoe's face is not. This suggests that Raymond has killed at least 4 kids. Additionally, the way Zoe is painted indicates her fate isn't fully determined, but lies ultimately in the hands of her father.
That's a fucking scary thought right there.
Yeah, motherfucker couldn't even swing a bat.
I know.
I mean, he still got her out of there. He did.
Barely.
But
yeah.
He couldn't swing a bat, but he could swing the fuck out of that axe. So Jesse slays the demon with the axe, the electric guitar. And it's Sean Burns' homage to great guitar heroes from the past, from Angus Young to Pete Townsend and beyond. That was a fucking brutal fucking kill. Like that.
No, that was solid. I mean, at least that's where we got our blood splatter and stuff, right? Like we needed more of that throughout the film.
Mm-hmm. That was beautiful.
But like Scoop says, not that we want to see some little kid get hacked up in a fucking nah.
Yeah. Let's see. People have asked if Jesse's rise up after being shot is a hint of resurrection. But Sean Byrne was actually only thinking about how movies so frequently kill characters immediately with a single gunshot that it doesn't hit the head or the heart. It takes a lot of bullets to stop a man, so that's how I justify it. And it's a movie, he stated.
I mean, 50 got shot 9 times, so yeah.
Yeah,
This is
there you
true.
go. So the original version, now titled The Festival Cut, has a duration of 90 minutes. Theatrical version is dated 2017.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
so
the
that's
end of
what I wonder if that's what I watched on Shudder then.
I
That's
only
what it
watched.
said was 2017. Not to jump ahead there.
I gotta look at one I watched. What did I watch?
Brody, I bet somebody sells that painting. There's no way somebody doesn't sell that picture at least. We do.
Message
now-
the director. Maybe he has. Maybe you can get it straight from the satanic guy that painted it. Maybe he has like an
I'm
Etsy
gonna-
shop or something.
I'm gonna
A
take
satanic
look.
Etsy.
Okay,
Let's see. This last one here, it says Zoe leaping from the bed through the fire represents the rekindling of her trust with her father after his failure earlier. And that is all we got.
Woo! Thank you, Scubas. And thank you, Chad Daddy, for sending those Scubas. All right. All right, boys. Where did we watch this?
Cutter.
Prime.
Shudder. All right. Douche of the film.
Lyle.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's eating kids. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fuck that. I agree. The fuck.
Favorite kill.
The car.
I mean, it was the most metal kill for this whole metal movie.
I'm going with that, but I'm also mentioning the cops kill because he used the
Thank you,
cars
Bob.
to pin them.
That
What
scene,
was
not so much the
what was-
kill itself, but that scene of her just screaming out in agony that whole
Oh
time.
my god! I was like,
That
what
was
happened?
like,
Yeah.
that was a solid, like, tense scene for sure.
Yeah.
It's brutal. What's the name of that game that Jack Black did with the metal? It was all metal. Brutal something.
I don't remember.
Oh, Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. It was a great game. Fucking random guitar riffs and your axe was your axe. Hell yeah. All right, best scene.
I'm gonna say his painting scenes were some of my favorite. So I'm gonna go with him painting the painting.
So I'm going to agree with you, but more specifically, actually, on the first painting, his first trance, because that's where he had the gas mask, and there was a lot of like that whole thing felt very music video, but also looked very metal. The way like they just like shot him with the side with the gas mask, dude. But he's just like needs to be shirtless and ripped for whatever fucking reason. Just
I'm gonna say probably this the scene of him killing Ray, because I hated Ray. I hated him with a passion. I mean, I didn't really like anybody in this movie, but I hated that guy because I felt like, dude, I could take you on. There's nothing powerful about you.
he seemed slow.
Very.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he has a hell of a kick, dude. But
Who knows?
I mean, the dad looks a little malnourished almost. You know what I gotta say? Like,
I'm telling you, he looked like fucking Bruce Wayne when Bruce Wayne was in the fucking pit in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
Okay. I
He
was not even thinking.
He looked
about
like
that.
a blonde Christian Bale.
I could see that a little bit. I can see that. All right. Worst moment or scene.
Fucking CGI fire.
CGI fire was pretty rough, dude.
That was her opening the door and still having a conversation with him, even though he's not the pizza guy.
So I'm conflicted on this because my worst moment or scene is like tied with like the ending to which should be the best, right? I got a little echo here. Sorry.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, you're good, dude. But like we've already said, just these amount of stupid decisions that were made from him getting in that house. You got the ladies running to the end of the hallway within eye shot into a closet. You got the father that can't swing a fucking club. You got the daughter that doesn't even try to fight to get out for a solid fucking 10 minutes and then does the actual rational fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to lie, man. I would, if I saw this in theater, I would have been that asshole just like yelling at the screen, but like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Don't go fuck, bite his fucking hand, bitch. What the fuck are you doing? Like, that would have been me. That was me. All right, so that takes us to, did the opening scene hook you in?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, that was Ray playing to some crazy fucking metal, dude.
Oh yeah.
Just like, all right, I dug it. And it wasn't like an overly violent kill, but it was still just like, you know, you still get a kill right off the bat.
We'll take it.
Was that his sister and her husband, or was that
It might have been his
Dad?
mom and dad because
I
he
thought it was
said it
mom
was
and
mommy
dad.
and daddy's house.
Yeah.
Maybe it was mom and dad then. Okay. Maybe all right, yeah. Maybe I'm just that dumb. All right. That takes us to most attractive character.
The wife.
I gotta say, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either
No.
her or the receptionist. The receptionist.
Ooh. Okay. All
She was-
right.
He
Yeah.
was slutty and satanic.
And you know what? For the ladies, I gotta give it to our main dude.
Yeah.
Ethan
Yeah,
Embry,
definitely.
because dude was looking svelte.
Just don't expect him to fucking be able to put up a fight for you.
Yeah. Seriously.
I mean, after this, you'd be like, hopefully he's like, nah, man,
He-
I gotta train.
He can paint you like one of his French girls, but he can't protect you like one.
Ooh. All right. Did the score set the mood? Dude, the
Oh, hell
score
yeah.
was bad fucking
Uh,
ass in this.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
The score was badass. Did it set the mood of the movie? That's the question. The question is not, is the score badass? The question is, did the score set the mood for the movie that we watched?
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
this
say
one,
no.
In parts it did, but in other parts, no.
you know what? Scoob might be onto this because hearing the score that we did in my head, and it's not a fair comparison because it's not even an equal one, but I'm expecting Deathgasm level, like over the top brutality and
Craziness,
blood,
yes.
and just like you said earlier, bro. I expect metal covers. I like
Yeah.
just some
I-
crazy
I
shit going
expected-
down.
It could have been Slayer raining blood or whatever covers of theirs. I'm expecting that in this movie, and it's not what I got.
I mean, even look at the picture that we have behind us. That is
Yeah.
fucking metal as shit.
Yeah.
With the kid's face in the fire, with that red on it, looking kind of bloody, but not really bloody. You don't really know what the hell's going on. Even the font is super metal. And so we get this super metal soundtrack, but the movie doesn't match the super metal music that we're getting.
Yeah. No.
So I'm going to say no,
So you know something?
Which-
Yeah. Actually,
because I
he's
love
right.
the soundtrack. It's a great soundtrack, but it doesn't set the mood for the movie.
I think he's right.
God damn it,
right.
Scoobs. I think you are right, dude.
I think he fucking
Because
is.
you know what? This is probably the hardest we've ever dove in onto this question. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yes.
in the 5 years I've been doing this fucking show, I think that's the hardest we've ever dove onto that question. God damn! I wish Dad Daddy was here just to hear what he would have to say about that.
I would. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, holy shit, that was a deep.
No, you're right,
dive.
because the metal sets a completely different tone and mood for what you want, and you just don't. It almost kind of blue balls you a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, interesting. Hot take. I like it. All right, we're all on
I
the scuba
agree.
boat for that one. Best song.
On the bell tolls.
I was just
All
saying Metallica.
That's an easy.
not
That's an easy
question.
one. Favorite character.
The daughter. The girl got herself out of a duct tape, situation.
You know what? I'll agree with you there, Bob, because this poor girl, even in the terms of like being a kid, she just got screwed right from the get-go, man. She just got uprooted from her place that she knows, her friends. Now it's a whole new fucking school. So you got all this, and then now you got some big fat weirdo dude, Kyle Gass looking motherfucker, creeping on you through the doorways.
Coming into your bed.
Yeah, dude. It's just not clearly. Yeah, dude, we didn't even talk about
we
that.
We didn't even touch on that
I
one.
tried to block that scene out, though. I tried to block that scene because that
dude, that was hard. I didn't realize at first. I was like, wait, who is that? That was bad.
I didn't know where we were going with that scene, and I'm glad that Ray isn't. I'm glad that Ray doesn't. Okay, he's still a killer. I'm not going to say he's not. Like, I'm not trying to be sympathetic.
But he didn't do what we all thought was
correct. We didn't go there. Thank God.
I'm so happy we didn't.
This is 2 movies in a row where there's a fat guy with underage girls that didn't go there.
What's the other one? I'm brain farting.
Nagi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and once again, kind of a simpleton.
Kind of a simpleton. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he's just more there for the personality check. Yep. Fucking Nagi. God, dude, that was a fucking crazy ass movie. Jesus Christ. See, like that movie needed this soundtrack, bro, and I feel like that would have made way more sense, dude.
Way better. Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. Let's just flip that around. Was it scary? You know what?
Yes,
given the fact that scene we were just talking about, that scene was terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, and even the scene where she's in the bathroom duct taped.
Oh my God.
That was
because that, right?
That actually put my that made me sick to my stomach seeing that, because I'm like, oh shit, is he gonna kill her? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Plus, because like she looks very young, right? Like 14 at best. So it's like, fuck, dude. And we already know, because we already know what he did to the little dude, right? Like, well, we think we know. We definitely do. But so we know what's going to happen to her. Yeah, dude, it's just, I'm going to say actually some of the scenes definitely were. I would say they definitely put you in that panic mode. Overall, no. The CGI flames definitely kind of ruined that whole fucking, like, the seriousness of the end scene there. That takes us to, does it hold up today? It's not old, so I would say yes. It looks clean as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Acting. How was it?
Acting was really good. I think the acting was really good.
I would give it a B, honestly. Give it a B rating. Everybody did good. Everybody did what they needed to do.
Right. They knew where the star power was and where they kept the cameras on the most. So,
of course. I don't know him from any other films, but I know he played Russ.
Well, haven't you seen Can't Hardly Wait?
No.
Have you seen Empire Records?
Briefly, yeah.
So he was in that too. He was also Russ, yes. Did we like the cinematography? Honestly, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Clean.
It was cool.
Clean.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like, dude, some of those scenes, man, were shot kind of like a metal music video. Yeah. And those scenes did look cool. So, did we like the premise?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes. Yes. Because I love supernatural stuff.
Yes. Could have been executed a little better.
Yes.
I like the premise, but it made me want more of it enraptured, like we already talked about. So, and was the climax satisfying?
I am going to say yes, because it ends with Ray getting killed. So, yes.
You know what? I'm going to say yeah, just because, we don't all, not every horror movie is going to have like a super bleak ending. Most of them usually don't, right? Most of them have a decent ending. And this one does, man. You get a badass kill finally at the end. The kids' souls get, rescued or escape, whatever. At least the kids are
And the
found.
house-
Like, you know that too, right?
Yeah.
And the house burns down. So whatever was there hopefully goes down with the flames as well. Which sucks they lose everything that they had, but hopefully they had insurance.
Right? Like that never happened with the Amity house, right? Like they just always like fucking sailed away or whatever the fuck it was. Or just they're like,
Yeah. Essentially.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna agree, man. I'm gonna say yes. Like, you know what? Like the family got out, it was what it was.
Agreed.
Okay, recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
I'll rewind. But not often.
I would probably reshelve this. I don't think I would throw it away, but I don't know if I would necessarily rewind it either.
I would rewind and reshelve it. So I would watch it again, but not for a long time.
Like it'd have to be a couple years down the road and be like, you know what, let's give this another gander.
Yeah.
All right. I could go with that. All right, boys, let's rate this biatch. Bro, did he start us off with a 4? Did we get a score from Chad Daddy?
I don't think he had time to watch it.
Fair
No.
enough.
Yeah,
All right.
no.
Scuba, how do you feel about the Devil's Candy?
Oh my lord. Soundtrack aside, like I said, the movie was just kind of mid for me, so I have to give it a mid score, and I'm
Okay.
going to give it a 2.5.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Roberto.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna give it a 3.4.
3.4. And let's see. So visuals were solid. Movie was shot really clean. Soundtrack was dope. Ethan was a solid actor as always, dude, and it's nice to see him in an adult role. But I'm also going to agree with Scoobs, man. Like there was points where I was just reaching for my phone because I was just kind of bored.
Yeah,
And that's never a good sign, man. That's never, dude. Like if I could leave my phone on the table and I never even fucking think about touching that thing, then that movie's got my full attention, whether it's good or bad. If I reach my phone, dude, it's just because I'm drifting off and it's not tired or anything. So for that, it lacks little points and it loses points too because you set up some cool potential like Satanist shit and then you never fucking went anywhere with it.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that, and that's fair.
So I think I'm in the same boat with Scoobs. I'm giving it a rate in the middle of the road, 2.5. All right, so that would be a 3.1 for 2015, The Devil's Candy. Brody, don't hate us. I don't know, man. It's nothing I would run back to, but like Scoobs mentioned earlier, maybe a couple years down the road, if it was on, I'd probably be like, you know what, let's give that a watch again.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I would rewatch it, but it's not going to be for a while. Like I said,
No, this isn't any of a top list by any means. So, what are we covering next week, homies?
Boy, oh boy, are we watching a movie next week, gentlemen? We will be watching one of my favorite films, The Devil's Rejects.
Ooh!
Did you put this on there? Was this your pick, Order?
I don't know if it's my pick because the following week is my pick. So I don't know if this is my pick or if somebody else picked it, but I did have it on my list.
Wait, you put... Dude, because I almost thought I put Killer Tomatoes on there.
Did you do Killer Tomatoes? I thought I put that on there.
See, this is how sad. This is why we have Chad Daddy, man. Because Chad Daddy keeps his...
Yeah, because we don't remember who did what.
That's right. But I do remember us talking multiple times. Chad Daddy has never seen Devil's Rejects.
No, he has
So
not.
this is going to be an exciting episode, especially for him.
Yeah, that motherfucker better be on there next week, dude, because I want to
He has
know
to
his
be.
thoughts on that shit, dude.
Yes.
Because I love, like, that's a movie. We have a few of them through the years, but that's one where it's like, I know I don't have to watch it.
But you're
I'm
going
totally
to.
going to watch it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, dude, and I love Thousand Corpses. I'm going to have to remember what I reviewed Thousand Corpses at for score-wise.
I think
I'm
I
just
gave it
gonna
a 5.
Go in and do it.
Did you?
I think
you and I
gave it
were
a
the
5
highest.
because it's one of my because it's one of my favorite movies.
I know, dude. And
so
I'm gonna be
good.
tied because I always say I like it more than Rejects, but when it comes down to actually reviewing it, like movie wise, dude, I don't know, man. Rejects is like
Rejects is
top.
I would just like to point out right now, look at how clear Bobby is right now.
I
Look at that handsome
know.
face right there.
I don't know what
It's
happened
rare
like
we get to
mid
see that
show,
handsome
but
face.
yeah,
I
dude.
know. I don't know what it is.
Yo, so you know what? I'm just gonna say for the rest of the year, which is solid, Devil's Rejects is gonna be our Thanksgiving movie, man. That's funny.
It is. That's okay.
So December, we're bringing in. We're not doing Christmas movies all December like we usually do.
No.
we
We
are
decided take a little bit of a step back. So for December this year, we got Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Then we got Big Trouble in Little China,
not.
fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Cape Fear, never seen.
Neither have
Oh,
I. and I
Never seen
chose
it
to.
either.
Really?
I've never
Wow,
seen
I
it,
figured-
and I chose
Yeah,
it.
I've never seen it.
I figured I'd be the oddball in that one. Okay.
I don't even know what it's about.
I only remember the cover. I've seen that cover so
I
many
remember the
fucking
cover.
times, dude.
And I
but
chose
I've
the
never seen it.
remake with not Jack Nicholson, Robert De Niro. I chose the remake.
Okay.
That's what we're watching.
Bad Taste. What is that one? What's Bad Taste?
I've never seen that one either.
You've never seen it, but you've seen the cover. You'll know. You'll be like, oh yeah, that cover.
Oh, probably.
Like I see the cover in my head right now. I'm gonna Google it. I see the cover in my head because I've seen the cover, but I've
Yeah.
never watched the movie.
And then our last movie
Yeah,
for the
it's
year
got
will
that-
be Ghostbusters 2.
Woohoo!
So solid. What movie are you which one are you talking about? Bad Taste or Cape Fear?
Yeah, Bad Taste. Oh
Alright.
yeah, I've never seen this. I've seen the cover, but I've never seen it. It's got that weird chud looking guy.
Yeah, I was just like, no, you've
Not
seen
really,
the cover.
not really a chud. He's just the ugly guy.
So is there anything nerdy to talk about? I got nothing personally. So
Currently, nothing.
I got nothing.
At least worth mentioning. No,
Bad
nothing currently.
Taste. This is Bad Taste is a Peter Jackson film.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
I will say the only thing nerdy is our email addresses and shipping addresses got confirmed today if you ordered the HasLab 2 in the box, which means they should be shipping hopefully starting tomorrow.
That'd be dope. I want it for before Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody will get it before that, but who knows?
That'd be awesome.
Right, dude? I want to fucking hunt Ghost on Thanksgiving. It'd be dope.
I'm excited.
So yeah, man. Was there anything nerdy? I can't honestly remember. All I do know is after last week's episode, I should have brought this up in Slice of Life. I went on a Godzilla marathon, bro. I fucking watched like 3 or 4 different guys. I never finished each one, but like I got like solid amounts into them, and then like the next day I'd be like, all right, well, let's watch this one.
I need to redo some Godzillas, but
Well,
it's been
the first one I watched was Return of Godzilla, the one you kept talking about, because I was like, I've never seen it.
What'd you
I
think
enjoyed it.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked his redesign, kind of. I guess if that's what you want to
Yeah,
call it.
he had that mean look. He just, I love. That's one of my favorites.
But and also the acting too. Like the acting will obviously it's weird, right? Like it gets somehow worse, but then it gets better again. Like
Yeah.
fucking A. But all right, well, if that's all we got, I'm gonna say we wrap this shit up, and then we will see y'all next week. So Scubas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you next week, motherfuckers. Wear your clown makeup.
Oh.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Mon, saying we will see you next week for the Devil's Rejects and some tutti fucking fruity.
And I'm not so mean, Fluff Master Supreme. Big Johnny D saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. You know where to find us: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Podbean for audio, Spotify, all that shit. Rate, review, send us things, whatever. Tell us we suck. We don't care. Fuck it. Bring it. And yes, watch The Devil's Rejects if you have not, and join us next week with your thoughts, and we will discuss this bitch then. Oh, yeah. And